I want to take some time today to talk about addiction. And one addiction that I really want to talk about is food addiction. And I'm going to read you something that I found on Google, okay? And it says, like addictive drugs, highly palatable foods trigger a feel-good brain chemical including dopamine. Once you experience pleasure associated with increased dopamine transmission in your brain's reward pathway from eating certain foods, you may quickly feel the need to eat again and again and again. In an article I read that's conducted from the University of Michigan, did you know 1 in 8 Americans over 50 show signs of food addiction? Wow, that's crazy. I just want to put out there, just so you guys know, my vlogs are just for entertainment purposes. I'm not a specialist. The opinions are my own, so don't get offended. Do the research yourself. When it comes to addiction, I feel like there's 2 types of addiction. There's good addiction and there's bad addiction. Let me explain. I remember a while back when I went to AA class with a buddy of mine who invited me to go with him. And one of the topics was addiction and how addiction, when it comes to humans, we have such an addictive personality and we're gonna like what we like. I think to have a healthy life, we gotta find those addictions that are gonna make us better, that we can do every day, that makes us happy, and use that energy to inspire others. I think that's the good addiction we all strive for. To me, addiction is addiction. It doesn't matter what it is. If you just have too much of it, it's definitely 9 out of 10 times always gonna be a bad thing. We gotta work on moderation. I'm not saying to not eat food. I'm not saying to not have fun. I'm not saying to do a lot of things. All I'm saying is moderation. Whether we like to admit it or not, Americans, we have a problem. I travel to 17 countries, and I can tell you, we are the biggest. And if you think that doesn't affect your mental health, you are dead wrong. We are such visual people. We judge anything and everybody on the outside first. This is why it's so important to start loving yourself from the inside. Because I truly believe if you feel good, you're gonna look good. You're gonna want to do things that make you better. You're gonna change the way you do things. But it has to start from in here. I know it's hard to do it alone, so I always recommend surround yourself with people who are already doing it, because their energy is gonna rub off. Okay? Their energy will rub off. It's contagious. You're either gonna give them good energy or you're gonna give them bad energy. If I had to pick which of the 2 that I want in my life, I would rather surround myself with the good ones. Now, how many of you out there feel that with all the chemicals that's in our food now, it's really affecting how we think? It's really affecting how we feel. Because you already know it's affecting how we look. And I truly believe this is why a lot of us can't lose weight. Because back in the day, we used to eat natural things. So when we ate things, our body knew exactly what to do with it. Now that we introduce chemicals into our body that our body has never seen, that's made in the lab, it doesn't know what to do with it. So it's staying in your body longer. And this is why when you're working out and you're trying to do the right things, you just feel like it's a losing battle. And I believe it has a lot to do with those chemicals. Our bodies just don't know what to do with it. All of us are gonna have our ups and downs. But when you have your downs, instead of binge eating, go to the gym. Because you're gonna release those dopamines, because as you're working out, your stress level is gonna go down, and when the happiness returns, you're just gonna feel good and look good at the same time. We all heard of the term self-love, but what does that really mean? Does it mean you go out and party? Does it mean you go buy things? See, all those things are temporary fixes. They're material things. The things that are long-lasting are gonna be how you help someone else, how you take care of yourself from the inside out, whether it's putting time at the gym, whether it's reading, whether it's walking, whether it's going to the beach. Those things are just gonna make your soul happy. And I think that's more important than an expensive purse or a nice car. And I was guilty of those things. I used to spend a lot of my money on my clothes, my shoes. I always wanted a nice car because I thought that would make me happy. But the truth of the fact is this: I wasn't happy with myself, so I had to hide it with material things. And on my journey to loving myself, I started eating better. Why? Because it made me feel better. I started reading more. I started educating myself. I started giving out good energy to people, because there's one rule that I go by and that I live by, and that's called the golden rule. I want to do unto others as I want others to do to me. If there's anything you can take away from this vlog, it's moderation. Moderation is the key to everything. Eat right. Know what you're putting in your body. Drink good water. Surround yourself with people that care about you, that see the best in you. Surround yourself with those people, and eventually it's gonna rub off on you, and then you're gonna be able to return that energy to someone else. And I think that's true happiness. If you guys haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Show me the love by hitting that subscribe button. Alright guys, have a wonderful